Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Pam and I bullet journal. However, this year I wanted to try a new form of planning, and so I ordered myself a Hobonichi Weeks. I have seen these everywhere. They're all over my YouTube right now, and they look absolutely amazing, and so I ordered one, and now that it's actually here, I kind of get the hype. I've never used one, and so I'm very excited to try it. I've always been a little bit intimidated by going into a traveler's size notebook because I've always used an A5 or larger. However, A5s, while they're super easy to transport, I don't love getting it in and out quickly and having to try and find what I'm looking for. If I'm like in the middle of the store and need to write something down date-wise or things like that, I just wanted to try something that would be a little bit simpler so that my bullet journal could be more artsy and fun, and this could just be my catch-all dates, calendar, work stuff, all of it. And so I'm super excited to try it. For this one, again, I bought the Weeks. There is a Weeks Mega that you can buy that's a little bit more full. It just has extra filler paper in the back, but I will get to that in a moment. I bought mine in the color Sunshine Yellow. It's just so cheery and I absolutely love it. I have mine in a clear Hobonichi slipcover that I purchased off of Amazon. And so the Hobonichi Weeks, they actually start in the last week of November and they go for the full calendar year. So November 2021 through December of 2022. And they have a Monday start to the week, which I absolutely love. It just works well for my brain. And so I'm really excited for that aspect of it. They also have the Tama River paper, which I've heard is super, super nice. Just feeling it is super awesome. It's very smooth, it's very light. I've heard that it's very resilient, but that it has some dry time for certain pens. So I'm definitely gonna need a pen test page. They also have the yearly, weekly spreads and notes in the back, which I will show you guys. And then I also have a Moterm cover coming because I plan on taking this with me, and I'd like it to be just a little bit more protected and have a couple more pockets in the side of it. But let me show you guys what is in a Hobonichi. So you open it up, this is the front cover. All Hobonichis come with this cute little stick-on little folder thing, and you just peel it and you can stick it anywhere. I see a lot of people stick theirs right here. It just seems to make sense. I thought about putting it here, but when my Moterm comes, this cover is actually going to be inside of the case, so I wouldn't be able to use it. But if I put it here, it'll work great. And I think I'll put like a picture of my kids or my husband or something. But for right now, it's gonna go there. Then you get the Hobonichi title page. You get the year in a glance, and this one's super nice because you get the current year, the last year, and then the year to come. This I'll probably cover with something. But I have seen a lot of people do their paydays on here. They'll highlight their paydays. I don't know if I'm going to do that quite yet, but I love that idea. I'm starting a new job where my days are actually going to change that I work, so I might track them in here. And then turning the page, this is the other view that you get for a year at a glance. And a lot of people use this as like a weight tracker. I don't track my weight and I don't track my measurements. However, I love this spread so much that it might just convince me to track my workouts, which if I don't do it, then this page will be wasted and then I would be really disappointed. So I think this would actually really motivate me to work out and stick to it. But as you can see, you have January through December and then all the days of said month to write stuff in. And then you get into your monthly logs, which these are pretty basic. So I will probably use this as like a future log, habit tracker down here, a small one. And then I've seen people do like shopping lists down here, but I will probably just write the month. Yeah, I'll probably just write the month because I wouldn't really want to write my grocery list there, but it works for some people. And then obviously this is a Japanese calendar, so it has like Japanese holidays. I will go in and write the American holidays. And then you go into your weeks. Now this is what the weeks looks like in the Hobonichi weeks. This is the standard throughout the entire planner. It's the horizontal spread and then a clean basic page over here. And so I have seen quite a few people on YouTube and different ways that they split this page up to make it work. So far, I think one of my favorite YouTube people is Lindsay Scribbles. If you have not seen her page, I highly recommend you go over and visit her page because she has such a brilliant way of splitting this down the middle and using this for two different things. To save space, and it just works for her. And there are definitely some things from people on YouTube that I have written down that I'm going to pick and choose from and really make this my own. But after your weeks, excuse me, you go into the very back page, or the back section, excuse me, and you have your notes section. This page I will probably cover up with something and use this. I'm not really sure what I would use this page for yet, but I'm going to cover it up with something. This notes page is really what I'm excited for because I really want to use this as like a daily log. So the Hobonichi Weeks has 71 of these pages. The Weeks Mega, I believe it has 215. So quite a bit more if you need it. Yeah, if I love this, I'll definitely buy a Mega next year. Something to know about Hobonichi, they come out in October for the next year, and they're really hard to find after a certain point. So I kind of got mine last minute. So I will definitely be planning ahead to buy one on time next year. So I don't have to start super late. But after the notes page, you have the My 100. Now this one, I'm not totally sure what I'm going to track here yet. I just haven't really decided. I didn't give myself a whole lot of time to plan for this in particular, but even if I don't use it for even the rest of January, I'd rather give myself time to figure out what I'd like to use this for and be consistent and just start late. So yeah, this is the My 100. And then after that, it's just some pages, and they give you like the name and phone number, email, all that stuff, and then the end. So I'm really excited to use this. As I said, I typically bullet journal, and so when I was considering switching over to one of these, I actually watched a bunch of different videos on other people's and literally took notes and notes and notes. So I'm going to take these, put them over here, and I am going to plan out what I want in my Hobonichi. Because there's just so many good ideas, and I would like to have an actual idea of what I want before I just commit to just doing whatever. So, as when I showed you up front, the year at a glance, I do think I'm going to track my work days, since those are going to constantly be changing, or just at least you know, the day itself might not always change. I'm not really sure yet. We're still building my schedule. And then I may track my paydays. I'm not totally sure. I feel like it might get redundant. But I'm also going to track my days off if my schedule does get crazy. I don't really expect to use this. Honestly, I might just leave it blank, but who knows? The other one I'm going to be using is obviously my monthly log. When it comes to my bullet journal, I almost never use these. But when they come pre-printed, I feel like I will actually use it. Because I feel like when I put so much time into writing things into my bullet journal after I've drawn them in, it just feels like extra writing to write it 2, 3, 4 times. But so I'm going to use it as my future log. And like a pre-planner. I'm going to do some little habit trackers. I obviously have habit trackers in here, but they're like the big ones. I might just do some simple little ones in here. And I think it'll work. I'm excited for it. Other than that, I'm going to do monthly to-do lists that aren't necessarily date specific, just get it done within this month. And I'll kind of go into that a little bit further down, but I'm also going to do birthdays. Next up would be the weekly, which are these guys. I'm gonna try and do what Lindsay Scribbles did. Her way of doing it just really seemed to work with my brain, and it just seemed to flow really well. So for the weekly spreads, let's see, I'm gonna do the all day things like appointments, etc. And then I'm gonna do like week specific tasks and to-dos. And so that one I'm going to most likely do the all day events, like the appointments, and then over here I'll do like the weekly to-dos. And when I say weekly to-dos, I'm not totally sure yet. I might put the to-dos over here. I think that's just going to be some trial and error, and see what works for me, what doesn't. Because I really want to be intentional about using the space in this and not just wasting it. And then what else do I have? Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I do think I'm going to just do tasks over here and weekly appointments over there. Aside from those, because I might change that up here and there, I have no idea. And I have a feeling I'm not going to know until I actually get into it and see how it feels to do it that way. But we'll see. After that, it's those notes pages, which I'm the most excited for because those are going to be my daily logs. However, I think there I'm going to do the pen test because I have to have one of those. I have daily logs. And for those are where I'm going to go to the date and time specific tasks. Because those are going to be this is most likely going to be the place that I live in the most, unless I just randomly need to pull it out in the store or whatever. This will probably be where I live most often in this planner, at the end of the night and stuff. So, and then I've never really been one to do highlights. I like that other people do them. I never fill them out. But I might try this year because I like the idea of focusing on what I'm thankful for. And I think that'll be a good habit to get into. Inside the notes, besides the pen test and the daily log, I wanted to migrate something over from here. And they're my lists. And I have a couple that I want to do. The Christmas list is one of them. Things that I'm buying or want to buy or have purchased for, you know, my husband, my kids, nieces, nephews, friends, family, just a running Christmas list for people. And then I want to have my own wish list. I've never actually written down my own wish list in a journal before. And this is going to be more specifically like things that you have to plan to go out and buy. You don't just go out and buy. But I do, because I don't like forgetting something I saw on Pinterest that I really, really liked. And then 2 weeks later, I go to Target. I'm like, oh, what was that thing? So I think I'm going to start doing that. That's really smart. And then with that being said, I've seen people do package trackers. And I feel like it might get redundant for me just because everything that I order online just gets tracked online. But I do like the idea of having it so that I prefer pen and paper over digital. I just always have. So I might try it. I might not do anything with it, but I might try it. Oh, and then the other things that are really important that I need to track and bring over from my bullet journal. I need to track my cycle. I've never tracked my cycle before, but I need to track my migraines and my seizures. And I'm just going to put this on one because I have way more migraines than I do seizures. My seizures are pretty well managed. But so these can go just on one. But these tend to correspond very much with this. So I want to track my cycle to see how much of an effect it has, especially on my migraines, because yeah, my neurologist mentioned that I should be tracking them and I just don't. So I need to. So I'm going to do that. And then one of the last things are Etsy shops. I really like buying from small businesses. And so, especially stickers. I love ordering stickers from Etsy. And so what I want to start doing that I wasn't doing is anytime that I order something from a small business, I want to write it down and track which ones I've used and which ones I've liked. And that way I can recommend them to somebody, or, you know, if I use one of their stickers in my journal, I can say, oh yeah, I got it from here. Go visit their shop, which, speaking of, I have a bunch of stickers that I'm about to order from Moon Whale Designs Co. on Etsy, and oh my gosh, they are the cutest little stickers, and you can buy them in 2 different sizes. And I just had them sitting like in my love list, and the owner of that shop actually messaged me with a discount code. So just very involved in their shop, and I definitely want to support them. And so I'm super excited to just be able to say, oh yeah, I really did order from a lot of Etsy shops this year, and these are the ones that I liked. And so Etsy shops are a big one. And then I think the last thing that I want to put in here, and I'm not totally sure yet. I'm a huge sticker person. I really like to make things look like not a scrapbook per se, but like a collage. And that's just me. My water bottles look like this. And it just makes me happy. Loki Gator, if you know, you know. But I have seen a couple of people who use sticky notes like I do. They've almost made this just like a command center that they just put a bunch of sticky notes on, 1 or 2. They could be different sizes. And then if they just need to write something down really quickly that doesn't necessarily need to go in this, but this is what they carry, they do that. And so I might do that. I might do it back here since this doesn't necessarily need to be looked at as much and would be just as easy to flip to. So doing a command center. Okay. I think that this is a really good start. I'm really excited. I'm going to do a couple of things off camera, like the pen test and stuff. And then I'm going to make another video of me actually setting this up, and I'm really excited, you guys. So, go ahead and like and subscribe to follow along. I'll be posting videos of my bullet journal and how I'm using these together. And then I also have a TikTok and an Instagram with the same name. So feel free to follow on those platforms as well. And I will see you guys later.